Hi, today we are going to discuss about how to integrate Zscaler ZIA with Azure AD for authentication. Let's jump in and see how we can create the same. The first of all, we need to have a Zscaler portal and we need to have a Azure um, account access and with Active Directory subscription. In Zscaler portal, go to administration, authentication settings. Under authentication profile, just verify the authentication type is chosen as SAML. Then go to identity providers, and you could see the list of identity providers which are configured earlier, and there will be an option to create a new one. Just click add IDP. At the bottom, you could see a ASP metadata file. Download the same, keep, and also you can download the SP SAML certificate as well, uh, and you can click keep. Then go to Microsoft Azure Active Directory, and go to enterprises. When you see here, I have already created some users and also user groups. Okay, so these users and user group can be mapped into the enterprises applications. So in order to create an application, go to enterprises applications. There will be a new application option. Click. You can type Zscaler in the search bar. And the bottom you could see it as cloud application name. So you can choose that application and rename this as whichever is needed. You can rename it. I'm just renaming to uh, ZS Azure IDP and save it. So this will take some time. So once it is created, we can go to um, set up single sign-on. Click get started. There will be a SAML option. Click there. In the top, you could see a upload option to upload the metadata file from the service provider. You just give the path metadata one, which is yeah, open and add. So the configuration will be auto configured like identity ID and relay URL. You just copy this one and paste the same as sign on URL as well. There will be other two options. Just keep blank and save it. This configuration is saved successfully. Okay, you can close this. And it will prompt you to do the testing. You can say later and come down. When you come down, there will be an option to download it. You can either download from here or you can edit this one and create a new certificate. This is for SAML assertion only, and SHA-256 or SHA-1 you can choose, and you can download it. So I'm just giving a new certificate and prompting like a sign in SAML assertion and SHA-256 and click save. So the new certificate will be uh, created. You can close this and download the new certificate. Certificate format will be .cer file extension. You need to change the .cer into IDP. So sorry, into PEM format. You can change this to PEM and click yes. Again, go to the Azure portal. When you come down, you could see configuration URLs, and just copy the login URL and it paste it here for future use. You just paste it and go there. There will be a test option. You can leave it. You can go to users and groups and add the users and group here. From here, I have some group information. I'm just adding only the group for singing. I'm choosing 1, 2, 3, 4 groups and select. So 4 groups are assigned and just clicking assigned. So these 4 group and its corresponding users will be assigned to this IDP application. Then we have, okay, we can stop here and go to Zscaler portal and start doing the configuration here. SAML portal URL will be the one which we copied under configuration URL, and we can name it Azure IDP and enable the status. Login name attribute will be name ID. We can disable this org entity ID and upload the IDP SAML account which we downloaded from the Azure portal and click upload. Vendor will be Azure Active Directory. You can choose the locations if the authentication is required from a specific location. In this account, there is no known locations are configured. You can just put none. In the authentication domain, you can choose only the domain which is authenticating through the Azure IDP. And service provider options, sign in SAML request. Azure will not support this option, so you can disable this. Okay, and click save. You can activate this. So now the IDP configuration is completed. So there is an option called uh, provisioning. So there are two options: SAML auto provisioning or skim provisioning. So here I'm enabling skim provisioning. The difference between auto provisioning and skim provisioning is, in auto provisioning, whenever a user is first authenticated, user informations, group and department information will be auto provisioned in Zscaler portal. Whereas skim provisioning, all the groups which is associated with this application will be created into the Zscaler portal in a through the API queries. Okay, let me copy these two informations. Base URL and bearer token, which needs to be given into the Azure portal under provisioning. Just save this configuration and go to activation and activate it. Now go to Azure IDP. Under provisioning, you have an option to activate it. Just click activate. Provisioning mode will be automatic. You have to change to automatic. And here you could see the two information like tenant URL and secret token. I have pasted the secret token, and the tenant URL will be pasted under tenant URLs, and verify the connection using test URL. This will take some time. Once this is successful, you can save. Okay, you can close it and you can start provisioning. When you start provisioning, the user details and group informations will be auto configured into the Zscaler portal. You can view the status here whenever the user provisioning is completed. As of now, no results found. Okay, and again go to provisioning, click start. Okay, I think incremental cycling, just start provisioning. You can wait for some time. You can see the logs as well here, provisioning logs, to verify if there is any provisioning activities are started. We can, yeah, here, no, no as of now. After some time, you could see the number of users and groups are auto provisioned into the tenant. So you can go to Zscaler portal now, and under users, you could see 3 users are auto provisioned. Here also it's mentioned like 3 users are auto provisioned. Under department, under groups, you could see 4 users are, 4 groups are provisioned. So the same information is you can see over here as well. So now you can verify whether when we create a new user, whether the user is auto provisioning into Zscaler portal or not. So you can go to home once again, go to Azure Active Directory. Under users, you can create one user, IT user 3, to verify whether that user is auto provisioning in Zscaler or not. You can enter IT user 3, and the name of the user is IT user 3. IT user 3, and the password will be auto generated, and this user is part of IT user group, and click create. Once this is created, you can go to default directory, enterprises applications, Azure IDP. Under provisioning, you can just verify if there is any. Okay, the provisioning time will be, interval will be 40 minutes. So what you can do, you can start provisioning once again. So which will do auto provisioning of if there is any changes now. Okay, and you can keep on refresh this. So whenever the new user is created, you can see the users count will be changed to 4. And now the user count is changed to 4. The same we can verify in the Zscaler portal as well. So the user 3 has been configured under the group is IT user group ZPA, the same group which we configured over the IDP. Now let's verify how the authentication is happening in Zscaler through the Zscaler um, agent. The username will be IT user 1 at the rate the domain. I'll click login. Once the redirection happens to Microsoft Azure IDP, so you can enter once again, enter the credentials and username and password. Click sign in. Okay, username password is incorrect. Let me see if there is. Okay, so let me go to here. Default Active Directory, and user 1. Let's reset the password now. Reset password. You will get a temporary password and you can log in using your temporary password. Okay, we need to change the temporary password. You can change your temporary password to whichever you need. And click OK. The passwords are not matching. Let me try once again. I'm just skipping the second level of authentication, MFA, and stay signing no. So the system is loading, registering the Zscaler services. Let's wait for some time so that will the IDP information will be shown under the system tray. Yeah, the user is connected now. That's it. To configure the Azure AD to integrate with Zscaler ZIA for authentication. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching. Have a good day.